This model review is a model by Fujimi, and it's the Lamborghini Murcielago, and it's 1/24 scale. It's a very nice box art showing you the Lamborghini, although that's a drawing. We don't see any pictures yet of the finished product, so let's have a look inside. First thing you see are the clear plastic parts, which are very well molded. You can see this looks like part of the front, and some of them are already broken off here. Those are very well made. Let's have a look over here. This is going to be our main body. This is very well made. No flashing, no mold lines that I can see. Perhaps there's a little mold line, but the rest of this is just very well made. We have our 4 wheels, as well as some screws and an axle. Now these, you have a lot of surface detail on them, and on the inside there we have, looks like little holders to hold the wheels in place. We have the chrome parts. Normally I don't like chrome parts because they're not well painted and I have to remove them. These ones, however, look very well made. One wheel is about to come off. I like the fact that they molded the wheel here to the back of the sprue, so the sprue to the back of the wheel. That way when I cut it I don't need to repaint it, but these are very, very well made parts. These chrome parts, I'm very happy with these. Definitely some engine parts here. Looks like the transmission, the oil pan, lower part of the engine, the transmission crankcase here, and then here's our rear axle. Some brake pads here. You could drill these little holes out if you wanted to. And then the Lamborghini wheels, we've got some headers. Wow, that's a very nice nice piece there. Let's have a look at this sprue here. These all seem to come individually wrapped. So we have our additional body parts here. This looks like the back. Very well made. No mold lines, no flashing. One thing that I do like, as I can see it here, is a separately molded windshield wiper, which is right here. This looks like our engine bay. Here's our dashboard. We've got some details there. These are our corners. Looks like the front might be able to turn. Here's our steering. This looks like the front left and right headlights. Our steering column, some suspension parts. All very well made. And this looks like our runners for the front, sorry, for the side, left and right. Over here is the back. This is a classic Lamborghini style. Then this is the front bumper. Next we have the chassis and some of the suspension parts. So here's the chassis, not a lot of detail there. There is some. We do have some parts for the suspension, so that will look like there's a fair amount of detail to build. And the last sprue will contain the cockpit. Here, the inside of the door panels. We have 2 bucket seats, and then our cockpit. And this looks like the back, our wheel covers. Now let's see what else is inside here. We have some decals. There's a fair level of detail here. You've got 2 options for your instrument panel. Let's have a look at our instructions. So let's do all the parts. And lots of details here. Let's have a look. So first of all, there's some painting and marking guides, including the decals, a list of the colors, and we have assembly of the wheels and the corners, engine going in, some of the details for the engine and the suspension. Then this is the rear, and the rear suspension, then the dashboard, assembly of the cockpit, and then the inside of the doors, putting the cockpit onto the chassis. Here's our front suspension and back suspension, installation of the engine cover, the glass, the side rocker panels, and the main engine parts for the engine bay. There's some detail there, not a lot, and then installation of the rest of it. And then the glass and all the last little details. So it's a fair amount of detail there, and this looks like it'll be a good model.